Shinealous Radio at the Big Vice. Edley Shine. Check, 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 check 1 3. Check 1 3. Hopefully everybody hear me. Let me pin this up before everybody get in here. Let me pin this up. Get the party started. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Jam alongside the Big Vice. The world is in trouble. You see, equal rights and justice for every man. It no matter about your color or where you're from. We want peace, but protect them toward us at the least. You see, tell me how them are survive this year, Gideon. From the favelas of Brazil back to Washington. We want peace, but protect them. Everybody hear me? Hold my song, shit alive. Pull it up again, take it from top. Brand new Edley Shine, brand new Monkey Jam straight out of Brazil. Welcome to Shinealous. Equal rights and justice for every man. It no matter about your color or where you're from. We want peace, but protect them toward us at the least. You see? Tell me how them are survive this year, Gideon. From the favelas of Brazil back to Washington. We want peace, but protect them toward us at the least.
Bring in our guests. All right. We got to interrupt her. Go to mommy. Waiting for my brother Monkey Jam. While my brother Monkey Jam coming in the room, let's run this together. Shinealous Radio, Edley Shine. A Monkey Jam alongside the Big Vice. The world is in trouble. You see, equal rights and justice for every man. It no matter about your color or where you're from. We want peace, but protect them toward us at the least. You see, tell me how them are survive this year, Gideon. From the favelas of Brazil back to Washington. We want peace. Yo, Monkey says waiting on you. Sua covardia está no sufocava. Não deixe viver, não deixe respirar. Oh Lord, desse jeito não dá mais. Quantos já se foram nessa guerra? Desejam com espírito os ancestrais. Nos trazendo forças para combater o mal. Everybody just a ball out. We can't breathe. Let up and we tired, so we take it to the street. Them are instigate, so we make a battle creed. We lead with love. Said them are enemy. Babylon want war, and that them are go get in on my army. So they will kill prep, running down every city, cause I saw the thing set. With blood in me, I am in afraid of Mr. Death. We sing Viva Revolution, this is the solution. Looking at me face, you see a real strong black man. Crooked politician, yo, why you may want stop, man. Corrupt officer, and them forget gunshot, man. The coke and the gun, them a keep we have track, man. People popping pills like them a pack, man. Y'all gonna doctor fi take injection. Them looking at the mirror, them they love them own reflection. Nobody say come stop. Now listen to brand new Monkey Jam featuring Edley Shine, the Big Vice. My special guest today, we gonna get him in the room momentarily. Just like while I run the big tune. Let y'all get used to it. DJs, if y'all ain't got this yet, we'll be blasting it out. And it's released on Delicious Vinyl Island. Figure that. Equal rights and justice for every man. It's no matter about your color or where you're from. We want peace, but them the real tell me put up comunidade tá clamando por paz. Sua covardia está no sufocar. Não deixe viver, não deixe respirar. Oh Lord, desse jeito não dá mais. Quantos já se foram nessa guerra brutal? Desejam com espírito os ancestrais. trazendo forças pra combater o mal.
Everybody just a ball out, we can't breathe. Fed up and we tired, so we take it to the street. Them a instigate, so we make a battle creed. We lead with love, he said them a enemy. Babylon want war, and that them a go get in. And me army fatigue, me steel boots, steel crept, running down every city, cause that's what the thing said. With blood in me, I am in no fear. Wait, no, my brother Monkey Jam to join the room. Send a request, brother, send a request. Looking at me face, you see a real strong black man. Crooked politician, you why you may want stop. I can't wait till actually the host to actually request somebody. Makes it much easier. People popping pills like them a pop man. Y'all gonna doctor fi take injection. Them looking at the mirror, them the love them all reflection.
Nobody se come escapar, mas toda hora dessa história muda. O todo do santo do fogo vai queimar, trazendo a verdade que eles querem ocultar. Tanto sofrimento só para alimentar essa sua ganância de acumular. Mais de 5 séculos a escravizar, como se não bastasse ainda querem nos matar. Oh Lord, taking it to one, taking it to one, taking it to one, taking it to one.
Yeah.
Taking it to one, taking it to one, taking it to one, taking it to one.
Welcome everybody to Shinealous Radio. Yeah, today, as always, we do the sound check. Everything's working. We got the Facebook up. We got the stream ready. And then 7 o'clock comes and nothing don't work. But, you know, what we'll do, we'll just rebroadcast this on the Facebook when we're done. It is what it is. You know, we ain't stressing it. We're just doing this for fun, for the love of the music, to promote the music that we have. And, you know, give ourselves a platform made by artists for the artists, you know, because if you're waiting on somebody else to highlight what you do in life, boy, you're going to be waiting a long time. Highlight yourself. So we're waiting on my brother Monkey Jam to come inside the room. Monkey Jam, you got to request me. I don't see the request, Brethren. I don't see the request for you to request me. And I can't request you on my end. So once my brother gets in, we're going to talk. He's coming live from Brazil. We're going to talk about all the reggae music that's in Brazil, the dancehall, the hip-hop, the vibes, the culture, and everything. We're going to get to it. But right now, let me go back to verse 2 on this big song while my brother get it in tune and get locked in. Let's go.
The looting, the shooting, the riot. We fed up and nobody can tell.
What's up from top? Brand new Monkey Jam featuring Edley Shine. It's on Tidal, it's on Spotify, it's on Audio Mac, it's on Apple Music, it's everywhere. Big up to Brazil. All the fans.
Protect them toward us not the least. You see? Tell me how them have survived this year Gideon. From the favelas of Brazil back to Washington. We want peace, but protect them toward us not the least.
Parem de nos matar, a comunidade tá clamando por paz. Sua covardia está nos sufocar. Nos deixe viver, nos deixe
request.
Desse jeito não dá mais. Quantos já se foram nessa guerra brutal? Desejam com espírito os ancestrais, nos trazendo forças para combater o mal.
Everybody just a ball out, we can't breathe. Fed up and we tired, so we take it to the street. Them a instigate, so we make a battle creed. We lead with love, he said them a enemy. Babylon want war, then that them a go get in. And me army fatigue, me steel boot, steel crept, running down every city, cause I saw
so all my DJs that's listening to this.
I am in no fear of Mr. Death. This thing give a revolution, it's a dissolution.
Super Rap was good. Indo was good.
Crooked politician, you
Shotman was good.
Corrupt officer, them
big up to everybody in the room right now passing through.
Them a keep we up track, man. People popping pills like them a pop, man. Y'all gonna doctor fi take injection. Them looking at the mirror, them no love them own reflection.
Não vai ter como escapar, passou da hora dessa história mudar. O todo do santo do fogo vai queimar, trazendo a verdade que eles querem ocultar. Tanto sofrimento só para alimentar essa sua ganância de acumular. Mais de 5 séculos a escravizar, como se não bastasse ainda querem nos matar. Oh Lord, taking it to one, taking it to one, taking it to one, taking it to one, taking it to one.
trying to see if I can go live with Monkey, but it ain't letting me.
You want it, I turn into one.
We start up the loot in the shoots in the riot. We fed up and nobody can tell we for quiet. When I ramen and hot stuff water your diet. I equal rights, but we know say them bias. 99% lock up in a jail or just cut. While the 1% on them lock up till a long shot. And all who make it through the struggle, no they never look back. Athletes and entertainers, all them love to do a chat. Oh, make we load up the team, fire and bring them. She said them a devil with the horn, make we singe them. You born with a ghost, who me born in Shinealous. Bring them a show and you know the problem. Pull up at the church, that's two of them. We can't find a job, me felonies give me no option. It bills up me tied up like a big up in a option. And just before the sun, I'm with to rock them. From top again. I want y'all to get used to this one. This one is called We Can't Breathe. Featuring Monkey Jam straight out of Brazil. Edley Shine. Big Vice. You know what it is. Equal rights and justice for every man. It's no matter what you color or where you're from. We want peace, but protect them toward us at least. You see? Tell me how them have survived this year, Gideon. From the favelas of Brazil back to Washington. We want peace, but protect them toward us at least.
Parem de nos matar, a comunidade está clamando por paz. Sua covardia está no sufocar.
Alright, so you can't add them now. Alright. Here goes my brother. Pull up the blood clot tune.
It's greetings for everyone. Sorry, man,
Yo.
just delayed.
No problem, brethren. How about the Facebook stream ain't even pop off? After we did the sound check and everything was ready, the Facebook no go. So what we gonna do? We're just gonna upload it to Facebook when we're done. But welcome to Shinealous Radio. This platform was made by an artist for the artist because, you know, I recognize that a lot of times when you put out music and you do different things and you put out videos, you know, it's hard to spread the word. We have record companies, we have public relations, we have these people who are supposed to spread the word, but nothing gets the word out more than the artists themselves, you see? So that's why I made this and created this whole thing and got Shinealous Radio. My good drop. You understand? Poster wall.
But you, like, it's a big pleasure, man. Like, I come to represent all the ghetto youths in Brazil because I can remember when I children, I listen a lot of your music, and I recognize now I can have this connection and speak with you. And when I listen your lyrics, wow, man, it's a big pleasure for all Brazilians have this connection and can change. And thank you for your time and this of that.
Yo, it's my pleasure because I had the opportunity to perform in São Paulo. What part of Brazil are you in?
Yes, in São Paulo.
You in São Paulo. So when I came there, I felt the love immediately. As soon as I got off the plane, they were like Edley Shine and embraced me. And I went to a couple places. I went to one favela. Like I just went to the bottom. I didn't go up in there, but I just went to the bottom and shake some hands. And the show was a beautiful show, man. It was just so much energy. And I did not know that, you know, Born Americans was so big in Brazil because we never got to see, you know, the fruit of the labor that we put into the group because we split up before we actually got the acclaim and got the roses. So just to know that the music spread so far from where we come from, because I'm in DC, and for me to leave DC and fly 10 hours to Brazil and be treated like the way they treated me, man, it was incredible. It was an incredible experience, man. And you know, linking up.
For me, for real, like my first experience with like Jamaican readings, for real, is with Born Americans because I can listen Born Americans in the parties, like the black parties in the tenement yard, like in the corner, like the people listen the speakers, Born Americans, and this time is like black parties. You can listen just black music, samba and funk and soul. Like the only Jamaican reading the contact with them is with Born Americans. And like when I start listening reggae music and understand the culture from the island, from the beautiful island, I can recognize everything. Wow, when I children, I listen Born Americans, and Born Americans like bring this flavor. And it's really important, man. Like you learn, many youths can believe that in Brazil, it's because the people love you. Like when I listen your new tune, like Babylon Breeze, wow, I feel the different vibes, and I just think, wow, man, Edley, I know you is a lyrical machine, man. It's incredible because when I listen now, I listen now, everything like your new things, like Edley Shine, not just Born Jamaicans. Wow, man, what a legacy! That's beautiful because I love the Babylon Breeze. It's nice. The vibes you bring with the music, and we love that. I hope this pandemic can go out because to thinking about the possibility to you come to Brazil because it will be amazing, man.
I have to come back to Brazil, but in my lifetime, I have to. It's like it's no doubt.
You come with Mad Lion.
Yeah, so Mad Lion is the one that told me about South America because, you know, Mad Lion with his connection with KRS-One and BDP and him being from New York. See, I live in Washington. Washington is not like a music place, but New York, LA is music. So, and me and Mad Lion been friends since the Yardcore. Not even friends, we're family. He's like a big brother to me. I talk to him every other day. I talk to Mad Lion. So big him up, big him up. And, you know, I'm going to have him on the program soon. But he when the group broke up, he called me and said, Edley, I have a show in Brazil. I'm going to bring you there. And I was like, Brazil? They don't even know me in Brazil. Why am I going to go to Brazil? And he's like, no, come to Brazil. You're going to see what I already know. And when we went there, I remember we doing the show, and I did Yardcore. Wherever we go, I didn't even know wherever we go was like an anthem in the ghetto in Brazil. That's crazy to me. I wrote that song when I was 13.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah, I wrote that when I was 13, and then when we got the deal with Delicious Vinyl, then that's when we got to record it. So that's crazy to me, but enough about me, man. I want the people to get to know Monkey Jam. So I was listening to your music. I listened to your project that you put out on Delicious Vinyl, you know, which happens to put out our record. So go figure, you know, the prodigal son has returned. The two prodigal sons have returned to the island to put out some music. And, you know, so what was that experience like making that album? Because you work with Horseman. I seen you do something with Tipper Irie. I seen you work with a lot of older reggae artists. So how did that come about?
Yes, like in Brazil, when I speaking about Born Americas, it's like my experience with music because my first experiences with Jamaican rhythms start up like in this way. But when the Brazilian artists come to Brazil, we can organize many things with the sound system and the teams here. Like a lot of artists come here and we support them, we work in the promo and do the show to happen because we have two sides of reggae music in Brazil. I don't know if you really know, but we have the sound system now, have maybe 12 years. But in the north of Brazil, we have a lot of radiolas. I think the reggae music come to Brazil with radiolas because it's close of the sea. And the people can catch the frequency in the radios from Jamaica.
I understand.
How the music come to, you know, it's like the sea because vibration and frequencies. And when I start to work with Prince Fatty, is amazing because Prince Fatty have a lot of experience to. He recorded a lot of drums with the Horseman and a lot of big artists, and the experience to come to London to the first time, you know, like come down in the Brixton and meet Congo Nat and Killer P and Shanice McManaman, like introduced to a lot of places, and it's nice to record everything. And like when Mikey's Prince Fat sent me back like with Tipa I just realized, you know, man, like Tipawari, and when come to
Irie,
Brazil, we
rapper,
meet and
I grew up.
wow, crazy.
Yeah,
You
man,
know, it's
crazy,
like
man.
we meet before in Brazil. We support them when in Prince Party record in London, and never realized we had the contact before. And that's funny. It's like you say, it's like it's a little bit like a compilation, because I record everything in Brazil and send it back to Prince Fat. And Prince Fat started like send me back, yo, take this there 16, take the cheaper ID. You know, you like Fat Lip, Far Side, take it. Like and wow, man, big things, because it's like the things I listen from.
Let's play some music. I got now don't laugh at me for the pronunciation. I got Ven Comingo. Is that from the project?
Ven Comigo.
Ben Comingo. All right, let's play. Let's vibe out to that real quick, and then we'll come back. All right.
Yes.
Running. Everybody on Facebook, to Mark Zuckerberg, we own the copyrights to this shit. So don't cut off the live. We own the rights to the song. You see? Já perdi o controle do meu coração. Estou sem direção, jogado ao vento, pagando sem nesse documento. Tento, mas é tão grande o sentimento. Não posso mais resistir a essa paixão. Estou em suas mãos, vim caminhando de bem longe só para te ver. Faço tudo que eu faço é pensando em você. Não quero ficar longe, eu não quero sofrer. Pensei que isso não queria me acontecer. Grande parte de mim já é seu. Você finge que não percebeu. Quero estar contigo, vem comigo pra bem longe daqui. Eu já desisti de tentar entender qual é o real motivo, qual é It's a vibes. So one thing, Monkey Jam, when I was listening to your music, it remind me, a lot of it remind me of King Jammy's and Digital and Bobby Digital traditional reggae. I heard a lot of traditional reggae. I always thought you was just strictly hip hop reggae, but I come to learn from listening to your music that you have a lot of tradition in Jamaica. What made you have that connection? It couldn't just be born Jamaicans while you have this connection to Jamaican culture. Is there a Jamaican in your family? Did you ever go to Jamaica? Have you ever been?
No, I never go there, but you know, I just read a book these times, like the diaspora. I don't know the word in English. You know, diaspora.
Just the diaspora.
Diaspora. You know, the
place,
diaspora.
the area.
When the people coming out of Africa.
Right.
That's amazing, because it's a sad history for real, but that's amazing how the people spread in the world, and we now the new generation, we can recognize with our ancestors and our histories. And I think Jamaica is not just because it's a 30 word, like Jamaica have a lot of similarity with the people there. I love to see how the Jamaican people is like, I am Jamaican and I'm proud of that. You know, it's so. Like we the poor people, we know how they struggled it, and we still there fighting, you know. And when we recognize the teachings coming from Marcus Garvey, and we realize and taking out our knowledge about what we are, you know, it's really important. I think it's because the similarity, but when I start to work with the sound system in Brazil, like I listen a lot, you know, the style, the original style of the sound system. You listen the east side with the vocal, and you east side with the dub, and like it's normal. Like we just trying do the same thing what we listen from Brigadier Jerry, you know, like we trying do the thing in Portuguese for real. You can see, you can listen many melodies from Jamaicans in my track, but I just trying bring it from Portuguese, because when we unite like 5,000 of people in a square in the street with the big speaker, like sometimes the people in the ghetto cannot understand the English, you know, like when you come with the B-side, we come singing in Portuguese, we trying like, yo, this music talking about jailhouse. This is Air Cunningham speaking about the life in the jailhouse. Jailhouse, like, you know, and like the people can understand perfect because are the same life. The people have a lot of parents in the jailhouse, and the people, wow, this guy is speaking this one, yes, this he's speaking about my life, my struggle. He's speaking like African diaspora all over the world. Have the difference in America and South America and Europe, but I think we have the similarity, the same struggle, you know, like the it's because we. But about music is like that. Like I just try and do the Brigadier Jerry and Josie Wallace style, and sometimes I try and do the style for real, you know, Portuguese.
Those are some of the pioneers that I grew up listening to, Josie Wells and Brigadier. So I can totally relate to where you get the vibes from. So performing wise, outside of Brazil, have you like been to other South American places? Because I know in Brazil they speak, and I learned this by traveling, that because I thought all of South America was just Latin, Spanish, but then when I went to Brazil, I realized they speak Portuguese, which is another language. And I know is Portugal the mother country of Brazil, or is Brazil the mother country and Portugal is the cousin? How does that relation work with the people? Or does Brazil claim Portugal?
No, it's like the difference when the Spanish trying, because the Portuguese colonizers, like is the first people come there and like fucking with the natives and starting all bullshit in our history. Like in Chile, Argentina, and another place, like is Spanish. I don't know the English word. Sorry, colonized by the Spanish. Colonizing. You know, the difference I think comes from there, because the Portuguese just come and like take it over all the place. And when the Spanish come here to Brazil to take some lands, like the Portuguese with the all plan, like taking out the people, and it's about colonizing. But for now, it's funny, because when you speak to the people, I speak Portuguese. Like one time I going to the show in Corumbá, in a special, because there we have a lot of natives, of indigenous people. Like one, I just forgot the name, but a special group from indigenous, and he's just doing a hip hop thing, and that's amazing. But I don't understand nothing of his speaking, and that's the original language. It's like a Tupiniquim, you know. It's the language for natives, and you can understand. Like a lot of Brazilians don't know how to speak and don't understand the Tupiniquim, because we just speak Portuguese. And like when we Portuguese, like, but it's Brazilian Portuguese, because it's a little bit different. But the relationship now, like, is good. Like we try do a good life and do things.
So you saying we could go to Portugal and go do a show? Then we good.
Yes, we very good. We have a lot of friends in Portugal. You know, I just research a lot about of Kuduro and African music, like Luanda and Lisboa. Like I love the people there, like the people from Buraca. I read a book from Epalek Kalanga, very good book. Like I love everyone, man. Like sometimes you have to take care like with our rights, like some place we go, the people looking different for us, but we feel that when we recognize with the ancestor, we can feel that in the eyes of the people, in the energy. You know what I speaking
Well,
about, man.
here in Washington D.C., we have a large Latin community, but we do have Brazilian clubs and Brazilian restaurants, and a lot of Portuguese and Brazilian people here. So definitely, if you come here, it's going to be a vibe. I could take you somewhere where you could get some food where you feel like home. You probably go to I get some, but
amazing, man.
All right, I don't want the pronunciation is Deck Anta. What's up? D-U-U.
Wow, sorry.
I'm a just song, another song for the month.
Okay.
Now this comes to the original man called Monkey Man. Yeah, man, yeah, I'm going to tell everybody that. Listen to you, man, yeah, zoom up on Patsy.
If you just coming in the room, I'm talking to Monkey Jam, straight out of Brazil. Fresh off our new tune.
Que adianta viver na cidade se a felicidade não me acompanhar? De que adianta viver na cidade se a felicidade não me acompanha? Porque no alto da montanha posso me conectar, agradecendo a natureza que tudo vem nos mostrar. Livre do cimento da selva de pedra, livre do consumo, livre do sistema vampire. Terra tem tudo que eu preciso, aqui do alto a vida tem bem mais sentido. Observando o sol nascer, o pássaro cantar, vivendo a vida simples livre para plantar. Horta orgânica, água da bica, agradecendo pela abundância sobre a mesa. De que adianta viver na cidade se a felicidade não me acompanha? De que adianta viver na cidade se a felicidade não me acompanha? É porque a meditação é um dom de se organizar na correria da cidade. Não dá pra pensar conexão com o interior, pra se orientar, seguir com fé na caminhada sem se preocupar. De que adianta viver na cidade se a felicidade não me acompanha?
Big tune.
Boom.
I can hear all the Jamaican influence in it, and just the flow. I hear Brigadier, I hear Josie Wales, I hear Yellowman, I hear a lot of influence in the flows. So yeah,
exactly.
Man, it's amazing to me, man, that the music transcends. Because remember back then, reggae wasn't big. Like in the 80s, reggae was big in Jamaica, England, and places like that. And it was hard for the music to travel. No internet, so you have to get cassette tapes, or like you said, they pick up the radio waves from Jamaica or other countries that play reggae. So tell me about the reggae scene in Brazil now. Like how is the radio and just the commercial scene of reggae music? I know that I saw a special on Vice about Baila Funk. I know Baila Funk was taking over Brazil for a while, and I know that they have their own pop Brazilian music, crossover, R&B, Britney Spears type of Brazilian music. You know, I don't know how much influence reggaeton have, but just as far as the reggae and what we love, what's the space like? What's the feeling on the streets and the feeling amongst the industry for reggae in Brazil?
Yes, like you can reach places like São Luís do Maranhão. Wow, it's like I think is the first place with the people have reggae music and these things. It's very special. Like you can come to the bakery and you can listen reggae music in the airport. When you arrive, you listen reggae music everywhere. And I think it's strong, but it's like I tell you, have two sides. Have the sound system vibe, like you can see sometimes 3,000 people in the street listening the big speakers, like free to the people. And we have the side like the interests, like recreate the reggae music. Some business markets don't call Jamaican music, call like Brazilian reggae. And I think it's a little bit is a little bit controversy because we have to honor how the music come to us. I can change the reggae, I don't and mix with the bass. No, like the people just find a new way to do reggae music and just spread this all over this country. But I have to speak about that because it's a white business. Like it's just people think speaking about beach and sometimes about peace and love and don't realize the reality, the struggle behind every history. Because when we speaking about reggae music, like reggae music saved my life, man. Like I live in a real ghetto, like with the rouse with the woods. If reggae music don't come to my life, I don't have these walls like that. It's like saved my life because when I realized the Portuguese lyrics, okay, man, like that is that way. Like the Rastafari people in the height of the mountain just teach me a lot of things because I just find a way. Okay, don't thinking about money and the Babylon way, or just find a good way to you can rise up your temple, can take care of your temple. It's like the descent of the reggae music, like with the white business, like the people just thinking about beach, peace, and love. It's really big. The people really movement a lot of money on these things, and sometimes invite us to come there to sing, but like we open many different doors because sometimes I record with different artists like Gabi Amarantos, like sing techno brega. We think with a ghetto in a ghetto way, like we try unite every styles from the ghetto, like the funky. The funky, like I think the first part of funk music, I think if we don't have in the past, maybe we don't have sound system now. It's about our history. Like because we start with black parties, playing like soul music and these things, and after we have the people playing like Miami bass and these things to the people in the streets, like some hip hop and rap music, and like now we have the revolution, like it's just keep going, you know. But now the sound system bring the reggae culture to the ghetto. It's nice because everywhere in Brazil, every ghetto area, we have a team or a sound system like playing to the people. It's nice. You know, the sound system way sometimes it's free to the people. It's really hard. When I youth come to me and just say, yo, you is from the east. We grow up a sound system in the east. Yo, give you some ways like to keep going. And I tell to the youths, yo, when you build a sound system, you build a ship.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And that is because when you build a ship in the future, the people have to know in the ship, come out in the ship with knowledge to come out like inside. When I speak to Brazilian people, my perspective about the Marcus Garvey vision, we have to come out to come to Africa. Is like we have to realize what we are for real. And like the sound system have this mission in Brazil, like we build a ship, and we try and bring the knowledge to the people. The people come in a ship, and we can go like back to our house, like we realize and look to the mirror and realize what we are, you know, like come with the power.
Same thing with because the black Americans. Same thing in America. It's even worse in America.
I think in America, like in Brazil, we have a lot of revolutions, like Zumbi, like Milton Santos, Abdias Nascimento, and a lot of different important peoples fighting for like freedom fighters. But in America, have Luther King and Malcolm X. I think here in Brazil, the people will take time to realize the importance of repatriation on our Black history. I think we'll take time, like to the people take the power. Okay, let's unite Black people and take the power because we have everything. Like we sweat, we build everything. Let's take back what we have to take. But about the government, like the Bolsonaro shit and these things, it's really hard because basically the president say in the television, "Yo, I'm not born to be a president. I'm born to be military.
Wow,
I don't know how to be."
That's crazy. That's scary.
And
Well, look at America's president. Look, what was our president born to be? He was born to be a piece of shit, and that's exactly what he is, a piece of shit. But you know, that's the thing. The difference is that in America, even me as a Black America, whose parents came from Jamaica and came to America and worked hard, scrubbed floors and did everything to make a better life so that I could have a chance to have a better life, better than where they came from. But at the same time, the education in America makes us forget who we are. They make us think that, oh, you have to become American doctor or American lawyer or American politician, and you have to adhere to the system. The system is geared to make you work until you die. That's America. And we have all the luxuries of the world. We have all the good internet, all the computers, all the fancy cars. So it makes us Black people desire to be what they see, which is wealth and opulence and grandeur. But they don't realize that this right here is their greatest treasure, is their mind, the skin, the vibes. And that's that got lost because of reggae music. That's what made me aware of this and gave me the consciousness to know about that. Hip hop, American hip hop, not so much. American hip hop kind of is guided by the corporation and the people. They guide the negativity. They guide the ghetto mentality of kill each other, buy big chains, have all the women, do all of this and do all of that. That's what American hip hop is purposely promoted, to promote the negative side of what we really are, which is the true people, the kings and the queens of the world. But you know, that's why I always injected that in my music, because it was important to me, because that's what I used to hear from Peter Tosh and Bob Marley and, you know, people of that, the readings of Marcus Garvey and things like that. But let's play a song. I'm going to play, I know I'm slaughtering these names. Preto, that's how you say it? Preto or Preto?
Preto.
Preto. All right, let's listen to that. Y'all listening to
Shinealous Radio.
If you're just coming in the room, I'm talking to Monkey Jams from Brazil. Shinealous Radio.
Shinealous Radio.
Let's play some music real quick.
By Subatomic from New York. Big up Master Ant. I Monkey Jai Victor Rice, diretamente de Copan Studio, tem uma mensagem para vocês. Ready? Yeah! Grito de guerra dos negros de Salvador em 1980. E agora grito de guerra de todos os pretos desse Brasil e do mundo. Big up Jerônimo Santana. Big up Rabo de Galo. I Monkey Jai tem uma mensagem pra vocês. A África está em você, não tem como fugir, não tem pra onde correr. Dentro do seu coração,
that shit is hard right there.
No que te faz viver. A África está em você, não tem como fugir, não tem pra onde correr. Dentro do seu coração, bate tambor eterno que te faz viver. Que te faz viver.
Oh, this is hard.
Eu sou preto.
Cuidado de preto.
Eu sou preto.
Cuidado de preto.
Coração é a liberdade. Igualdade na cor. Essa é a nossa verdade. Igualdade na cor. Essa é a nossa verdade. Eu sou preto. Eu sou preto. Meu coração é a liberdade.
So tell me, yo, that's hard right there. That's hard right there. So what is that song about? Tell me what preto mean, and what does the song talk about? It sounds like it's some revolutionary. Let's go tear some shit up outside. That's what it sounds like to me. But you give me the translation of what it really means.
Yes, this song is a version. Like when you come to Brazil, you have to know Salvador. Salvador is like the most big African city out of Africa. You know, like the more city with more African culture out of Africa, and it's from Geronimo Santana. I like do a version like Jamaican vibes, you know, like every time a new version. I bring this music to the new generation, like singing about like I am a black man. I am a black man. My heart is a freedom. It's like freedom in the. It's like I thinking about the quality in the colors, but in the way of we have to recognize our history, and like we come like a real kings and queens and take the power back, like you know, because it's really hard in Brazil when you're speaking about really black and white, because we have a miscegenation. I don't know the word miscigenação. I don't know if miscegenation, like a very mix of races, because like Spanish, Holland, and
they call it multicultural. It's multicultural, so many cultures. Yeah, many cultures.
Yes, yeah. It's like you can feel like you tell me the I don't forget the name, the Born Americans, your person is from Colombia. It's from Cuba or not?
Well, yeah, he has a mixture. So his mother is Puerto Rican, his father is Jamaican, and he had a grandfather that was Cuban and Jamaican. So that's why he able to make the transition and go to different musics, because he grew up here in Spanish, he grew up here in reggae, he grew up here in R&B and soul and funk. So that's the treasure in his talent. So yeah, man. And for me, I'm just straight Negro, Jamaica, hardcore Jamaican bad man, American rude boy, and just an overall nice guy. That's me. That's me. Well, yeah, man.
We try and bring to Brazil the sense I tell you I love from Jamaican people. It's like I am Jamaican, and I'm proud of that. I try and say to the people, I am a black man, and I'm proud of that.
Proud of that, yeah.
You know, I had to fight 3 times and 4 times more to take the pole position, you know, the pole position culture. Every time you white is the front, but we have to like fighting and study.
It's a hard fight.
You know.
If you look at the new Jamaicans now, the new generation of Jamaicans, you see they changing their skin to look lighter, to be closer, because unfortunately that's still happening in Jamaica. The lighter you look and the more closer you look to, I'm not even going to say what the color is. I'm just going to say if you look more corporate, that's what they call corporate look, more acceptable look, more pleasing to the eyes, you know. It's a colorism type of thing that goes on. Spice had a song called Colorism, where she talked about how the people are encouraged to change their skin to be more accepted by people who control the financial aspect of living. And we got to come out of that mind state, because, you know, me walking this earth, no one can take away my power as a black man. I know who I am. I know where I came from, and I'm awake. The key is to be awake. If you're sleeping, then you're just going to fall for anything. But if you're awake and you know yourself, you know how to maneuver, because when they know that you're conscious, they use it against you. So what they do is hold you down financially. They take away what you love. If you have a passion for music, they make it so difficult for you to make music that you want to quit. That's their way to control your mind and try to change your vision into what they see of you. But you have to know your vision for yourself. So hopefully things will get better. I don't know if we're going to be able to solve that in our lifetime, but I just hope that things will get better as time progresses. That's why we make revolutionary songs like We Can't Breathe, because when you came to me with the ideal, I said, yes, even though I was in D.C. and I saw everything that was happening and people were asking me, Edley Shine, you're not going to make a song about this? I didn't want to just jump on the bandwagon and be part of the trend of making a revolutionary song just because a revolution was happening. Because it's
Yes.
important. It's important to capture this moment in time and actually make some movement and actually talk about what it is that's causing the kids to go out and tear up buildings and fight with the police. And it's something I've seen all over the world. It's not just DC, it's Brazil, it's Colombia, it's Chile, it's Venezuela, it's Jamaica, it's Trinidad, it's Barbados, it's the Bahamas. Everywhere you go, we fight colorism and we fight injustice. So we all in the same struggle. That's why I appreciate, you know, you reaching out to me and are able to facilitate. This is why I even put in the work in Born Jamaicans and put in the work to this day to make my music and make my voice be heard so I can pull my brothers up no matter where they come from. And, you know, the music was undeniable, the vibes was undeniable, and I know that Brazil is a stronghold for the revolution. So they need anthems. They need the music to keep them awake. So that's what's cool, man. So talk to the Brazilian people that's in the room because they probably didn't get a lot of what we was talking about. So go ahead and talk to them real quick. Talk to your Brazilian people.
Ok.
What you want to say to them?
Salve, família. Estamos aqui com o Mestrão. Uma honra mesmo ter vocês junto com nós aqui na conexão. Se tiver alguma pergunta para ele, I just tell to the people if the people can ask something for me or for you.
Okay.
Se tiver alguma ideia, alguma pergunta aí, só escrever, certo? Tamo junto. Espero que vocês estejam na paz.
I never used this before, but let me see. All right. Oh, yeah. So they just push the question button and it'll pop up on there, right? That's how that works. Okay. So yeah, tell them to ask, man.
Like about the track, like this instrumental, the beat come from the DJ B8 is like the first DJ come to me when I just start a thing and say, yo, let's do a show together. Let's put your work out. Like we work a lot of time, and he sent my beats like a while ago. For one time. When I listen the beat and you send me, send me the hook. Okay, man, let's work it out. And I think about this idea because when George Floyd thing, rest in peace, and
rest in peace to George Floyd.
Yeah, like when this thing happened in America and the people just like go to the street, here in Brazil is a crazy thing. We have to know this, to find a way to understand. Because in Brazil, many things happen. Like every time, I think in 23 minutes, one ghetto people, one black people dying in the ghetto. It's crazy. That's crazy. The brutality of policy, that's crazy. The idea about this track, this music, is saying like the last phrase from George Floyd, the I can breathe, like we can put it in plural. I don't know the English word, but it's in plural because every ghetto in the planet, in the world, cannot breathe. Every time is pressure, like everywhere in his works, like in the street. When you just walk in the street, you can die by the police, like you just go into the work, like the police stop you, like when it is a rich neighborhood, it's funny, man. But like when it's a rich neighborhood, the police just come on, yo, you good, everyone good night, good evening. But when you come to the ghetto, it's like shot first, man, like plow, plow, plow.
And don't ask no questions. Same thing here. Same thing in Washington. In Washington, I don't think it's 23. I think it's every 7 minutes. Washington murder rate is higher than it's higher than the Gaza Strip where they fighting a war at. Like the kids is killing each other because they don't know who they are. They don't know their purpose. They can't buy an Apple computer. They can't drive a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. They can't wear the newest Jordans, and they don't know how to get it. They only know maybe if I sell some drugs or I go rob somebody. And that pressure and that mind state of not knowing how to achieve anything, and the education system in America is poor, especially for young black men. They don't encourage us to have our own. They encourage you to go work for corporations or go work for somebody where they spoon feed you a little bit of money every 2 weeks and you're barely getting by. You pay your bills and you might could buy a bag of chips and a soda for yourself after working hard for 2 weeks doing 80 hours. So the struggle is everywhere. There's a ghetto in everywhere. And man, I'm just glad we got to make this song. Yo, we gonna wrap it up, Monkey, but I'm gonna play the big song before I get out of here. And tell the Brazilian people that the visuals is on the way. I shot my part yesterday. You did your part. We got the visuals together. I can't wait to see what y'all do with it. I'm excited about it. And we're going to keep promoting this song. And I hope Delicious Vinyl match the energy that we putting into this song and put something behind it. I'm putting them on the spot right now. If you in the room, the same energy that me and Monkey is putting into this song, we want to see you match that same energy with the promotions. Because it's 250 million people in Brazil. It's 10 million people in Portugal. It's no reason why we don't get a gold or platinum plaque off of this, Monkey Jam. And I'm putting it out there because I don't have nothing to lose. Nobody, man, I'm an owner done, so we can't say that. But before we get out of here, thank you, Monkey Jam, for being on the program. I really appreciate you being here. You want to say anything to the people before we get out of here? You want to understand? Post